Yesterday I played some Gibberling Druid, and I was getting pretty frustrated at never drawing the card my deck is built around. So today I wanted to play a version of the deck with Skydiving Instructor to basically hit the Gibberlings twice as often. Of course, if we want to guarantee Gibberling with Skydiving Instructor, we're not allowed to play any other 1-drops. So those 1-drops have been replaced by a couple copies of Wisp. I've got a couple partner assignments in here. Now I'm including a couple copies of Soul the Forest. But generally it's the same concept. We play these rampy spells to go with the Gibberlings, we play buff cards to capitalize off the Gibberlings, and we're still just trying to murder the opponent.
Elise versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Class is in session.
Give me the Gibberlings. Okay, partner assignment into Skydiving Instructor is quite good. Probably Skydiving Instructor, coin, Adorable Infestation is the turn 3 I'm looking at right now. I don't know if the Sand Wasp Queen is good or not. So I picked up an Innervate, which means I could wait for a turn 4 Skydiving Instructor Blessing of the Ancients. That does still die to Breath of the Infinite though, which is really the only card I'm afraid of. So I don't know if I need to wait for that. Probably just go off here.
Next stop, ground floor.
This one's trading. I guess I buff the one that survives his AoE. And I'll play a 1-1 over 2-1 because, like, if he doesn't clear me here, it doesn't matter if this is 1 or 2 power. Oh my god, he doesn't have Breath of the Infinite. Yeah, you wouldn't want to play that first and try to discover AoE. He doesn't have a good response here. I have Roar for most likely lethal next turn. Discovered a Shadow Madness. So I've got 18 here, I think. 19. What if I just deal 19? And then second Roar hero power is sometimes lethal. He'd have to heal and deal with my board.
So many.
It's probably fine to just do this. Like, if he couldn't deal with 2/2s last turn, he can't deal with 3/3s this turn. Double Savage Roar doesn't care about... Oh, okay, well. He probably just plays Gibberling here, yeah. Well, I just drew Shadow or Death, so playing a 6/6 is probably not good. See if I can discover something cheap. No, I'll just take something unplayable.
Aloof Neladar.
Job's done.
I think he's gonna have to top deck out of this.
You have been.
Holy Nova was a really strong draw there.
Elise versus Deathwing.
Hopefully not a risky skipper deck.
Bring
Skydiving instructor is good though. And with the skydiving instructor, I think I do keep Innervate. I could keep Soul of the Forest as well, but I kind of need to draw into a Lightning Bloom for that to be good, so I probably don't keep it. And there's that Soul of the Forest again. I don't think I want to coin out the skydiving instructor here.
Next stop, ground floor.
I guess I'll just save a random 1/1 from Blade Storm. Blade Storm is still kind of a nightmare here, but it might be beatable. Okay, Corsair Cache is fine. This is an easy Soul of the Forest, right? Sucks that I lost my spell burst, but it's whatever. If I had played Blessing of the Ancients here, I could have pushed 7 more damage, and maybe Roar would have been lethal next turn. But I think Soul of the Forest is just more resilient and also sets up pretty consistent lethals in the coming turns. How upset is he going to be when I have the second Soul of the Forest? I don't have lethal, do I? 14. Oh, I actually do just have lethal. I believe this is exact. Nice. Even if that wasn't lethal though, Soul of the Forest and like double Blessing of the Ancients was pretty insane.
Elise versus Malfurion. I must protect both.
Class is in session.
Well, this seems like a hand. I think I'll keep it.
Time waits for no one.
Well, I'm gonna have a bunch of minions in play here. I guess I just spam everything. Come on, buff card. Give me a buff card. Fungal Fortunes is nice to dig for buffs. I'd probably take that.
Sands of time run low.
It might have been correct to Lightning Bloom out Fungal Fortunes this turn. I don't think so, though. Next turn I can Fungal Fortunes and then ramp out a Blessing of the Ancients if I draw it. That's pretty good. Overgrowth is scary. Can't play both powers, unfortunately. I might even be able to beat Innervate Guardian Animals here. Sad that I have to say might. Show me 2 Twilight Runners. Okay, I probably beat Teacher's Pet. He can't even Bog Beam this turn. He is dead on board currently. Okay, Iron Bark. That is not a taunt. I don't have lethal here though. Huh. Well, I probably put him to 1. He can't deal with my 4/4, can he? Okay. Wow, that was way too close. My opener was nuts.
Elise versus Kel'Thuzad. Your curiosity will be the end of you.
Class is in session.
Let's try to find some spells for this Gibberling. Second skydiving instructor is probably not great. I think I like making the treant here. I can draw into another spell to play alongside these.
Warriors of the frozen waste,
Font of Power.
rise up!
Easy value trade. Do I just coin out a skydiving instructor here? I do mostly fill the board.
Next stop, ground floor.
I guess I buff my biggest thing. And why not? I'll put a Dusk Imp in play.
Oh, it says explode!
I wish I had 1 more mana. Hopefully I don't get randomly, I don't know. If he had Arcane Explosion, he would have played it. Cone of Cold would be random and annoying, but not that bad.
Is it cold in here? Or is it just me?
Easy Soul Forest. I think I don't give a shit about this 2/5. It can make some 5/5s though, which is scary.
Someday I'll be just like you!
Oh, Devolving Missiles is strong. Wild Pyromancer. Oh wow, he's not even gonna make a 5/5. So do I kill Sorcerer's Apprentice? If I do, it's gonna be with things that drop treants. Oh wait, I can actually just play this here.
Stop, ground floor.
Yeah, I probably kill Sorcerer's Apprentice. She's scary. Although he didn't really pop off when he had the Shinvala in play last turn, so she probably wasn't that scary. But she's still pretty scary. I think my opponent's dead here. Yeah, he's dead on board, and then that was a shitload of damage.
I've learned some new tricks, sister. Class is in session.
Gibberling, coin, nature studies, power the wild on turn 2. See if we can hit an Innervate or a Lightning Bloom to go off on turn 1. Wisp is good as well. Currently, this is a turn 2 hand, right?
Not enough time.
Geez, I'm gonna go off next turn. Hopefully he's not randomly playing Immolation Aura. Partner assignment seems like the only playable one. I guess bees is kind of fine. Alright, this was my turn 2. Do I just want to cast bees here? Maybe I'd rather hero power Adorable Infestation.
Never die.
So if he's playing Eldrachi Warblades, he could definitely be playing Blade Dance. That's pretty scary. He can, of course, also just lifesteal for a shitload off that if he has, like, Chaos Strikes and stuff. That's also scary.
Hide behind yourselves. I will still find you.
Doesn't want to use the weapon. Alright, 7 minions in play with Power of the Wild in hand. He's gonna go up to 17. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 15. I think I'm 2 off here. If he goes face, I'm 1 off.
Maybe.
2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 6 is 14, 15. I'll just buff the Voracious Reader because it's the biggest.
They're not trapped. They're my pets.
Not sure what he can do. I figured he would just concede at the beginning of this turn, but he seems to have a plan. Oh yeah, that card exists. I forgot that card existed. He's still currently dead, though. But if he has like a like an I-beam or something, I could have actually lost this game. After playing with multiple versions of this deck, I think I can pretty safely say that Gibberling Druid is just not that good. The deck really just doesn't do anything if you don't hit Gibberling, and even if you do hit Gibberling, like sometimes your opponent can just beat that if they have like a couple backstabs or they have Breath of the Infinite or Consecration or whatever. Sometimes your nuts openers just aren't good enough, and anything short of that is almost never good enough. Maybe Gibberling makes more sense in like a Glowfly Swarm deck that just throws in Gibberling because sometimes it's good, but as a dedicated low curve aggro deck, I just don't think it's great. As far as this list in particular, I did make some changes to it. I actually ended up cutting Savage Roar from the list, because it felt like if I ever stuck a board, I didn't really need Savage Roar. And just so often Savage Roar was a dead card sitting in my hand. So I replaced it with Bees, which is much better from behind, and we can also situationally use it to make a board and start using the other buff cards. I also ended up cutting a copy of Partner Assignment, because a lot of times it just gives you garbage, and I replaced it with a Desk Imp, because Third Wisp actually seemed pretty good for some added consistency on our various buff cards. Between the two lists I played, I think the non-skydiving instructor version was probably better, but they performed pretty similarly for me.